Excelsior Stadium, home of Airdrie FC. And this week, the North Lanarkshire club celebrated the opening of a brand new sensory room, benefiting local children on the autism spectrum. The initial idea of having a sensory room installed inside a football stadium was the brainchild of Peter and Kate Shippey from Sunderland. Peter and Kate are parents of 3 children, all diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. The Shippey family campaigned for 11 months to have a sensory room installed at the local football stadium in Sunderland. After hearing about the successful Shippey campaign, Airdrie youth coach Stevie Burr, himself the father of a little boy with autism, persuaded commercial manager Douglas Alsop to bring a sensory room to Airdrie.
Got the idea from Stevie Burr, who's one of our academy coaches who has an autistic child. He brought him to a game earlier in the year and was sitting outside, and his son had a great time but couldn't last the full match because of the noise and had to leave at half time. So he approached us with the idea of having a sensory room, which was a quiet enclosed area offering a calm environment for him and his son to watch it, and we took it from there.
The idea first came about when I took Callum to his first game on the 2nd of January against Albion Rovers, and he loved it. He was singing songs, Airdrie, Airdrie, EIO, he was having a great time, but after 45 to 60 minutes he decided to get up and go. Bring him again to another game, again 45 to 60 minutes. After that, that's when I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to try and see if the club would introduce a sensory room for the kids with sensory disorders, and then it just took off for that. I approached Dougie, and Dougie just took it to amazing heights. It's absolutely fantastic what the man's done.
Peter and Kate Shippey travelled up from Sunderland to officially open Airdrie's sensory room. They told us why they originally started the campaign.
It all began back in 2014. I tried to take Nathan, our son, to a match at the Stadium of Light in Sunderland. We knew with him being autistic he would struggle with the atmosphere and things, but we prepared him for the day with sort of e-defenders and tried to take him to see how he'd get on. And that first game he struggled with the atmosphere, he couldn't cope with the noise. So I had to sort of bring him home. You came and picked us up sort of halfway through the game, didn't you? And that was that. So I thought that was it. He's autistic. He's not going to be able to sort of go to the match. He's not going to cope with it. So I thought he wouldn't be able to do it. But through the following summer, he was watching the football on the television. So we kind of thought we'll give it another go. But we came up with the idea of going for a sensory room because he goes to a special school in Sunderland, and they have a sensory room there. So we're campaigning. We're in touch with Sunderland. We did a big petition, emails and support and all that sort of thing, and fortunately they listened to us, and for the start of the season 2015-16, they opened the sensory room at Sunderland, and it's kind of gone from there.
Basically, it opens the door to a whole new set of fans, supporters who in the past the families wouldn't have dreamt of coming to watch a match at all because of the noise, the crowds, the smells on approach. There's so many different things that can affect the matchday experience for anybody with sensory difficulties. So for a football club to create a sensory room to allow families to enjoy football just like any neurotypical families would, just like the thousands of families in England that do, and Scotland and Ireland and Wales, the world. It's just it's incredible.
Dougie Alsop here and Stevie Byrne, everybody involved's done a fantastic job. Really enthusiastic about it and really impressed with what they've got in there today. Leading the way in Scotland, the first club to open a sensory room up here, and hopefully first of many in Scotland and in England and everywhere really. Would like to think it might in time become a sort of a standard edition to every stadium everywhere. People with wheelchairs sort of are catered for, and we hope with this might open the door for those with sort of mental challenges and things, that they can have facilities that they can come and enjoy the matches, so that they can go to the game in a place that's comfortable for them as well. What Airdrie you've done here today is absolutely fantastic, and it's brilliant. Brilliant step forward.
Autism is a developmental disorder, and it affects the way that people communicate and interact with the world around them. There's varying levels of the spectrum of autism, so you might have someone who's non-verbal, and you might have someone at the other end of the spectrum who may be very verbal and able to kind of interact more in the world around them, but everyone is affected by autism in different ways. There's a saying, and when you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism, because it just affects everyone really differently. family. The benefit of having sensory rooms for young people with autism and other sensory conditions is that it's a safe space for them to be able to engage with maybe different lights, different sounds. It's a really calming area too. Having a sensory room at a football stadium is absolutely fantastic. It means that families can come together and watch a football game. The young people are safe, and there's things in the room that they can either, spend some time kind of interacting with and hopefully settle into the game more. If it's getting a little bit stressful for them, then instead of having to potentially leave, there's calming areas for them to perhaps stay at the game a bit longer and enjoy that family time together.
The speed that Airdrie have done this facility is just amazing. It just shows clubs that it can be done quickly. Airdrie, Dougie and Stevie they've thought about it, they talked about it, they did it. Hey presto, simple as that.
I'm here today with my youngest daughter and my foster daughter who is autistic. She has had an absolute amazing time today, being able to play along with other kids, play with all the equipment while we've been able to sit and enjoy the football. It's just been great to have that family time together and be able to include her and bring her along to it. I think every club should follow suit. It's great if you're in a wheelchair. The clubs seem to, put on things for people in wheelchairs and that kind of disability. But when it's a hidden disability, it's not so easy. And you do come along. We do bring her to football matches, but some people are not as accommodating as others. So to have a place built like this so that you can bring her along, she can feel free to do what she likes. We're able to relax and watch the football. It's just a great atmosphere.
We're appealing to a wider area in the town. We're trying to make football all inclusive. We're trying to make football for everyone. So it doesn't matter what disabilities that you have. You can come, enjoy the football, and just become a fan like everybody else. And hopefully the whole family can come along and it's something else for everybody to enjoy.
I'm here with my boys, Jack and Nikki. They both attend Hope, both diagnosed with autism. We were part of the wee pilot 2 weeks ago. We came here, so I thought I'd try them. I've never been to football before. They loved it. They sat through the full thing. They tried new foods. My son plays football with Hope fortnightly, so he's starting to get really into it and he's loving this. So it's a brilliant thing for them to keep coming, and he wants to be a footballer on the telly now. So there's so much diagnosis happening with loads of kids, and going out there in that field would be just too much for them. It's a sensory overload, even going to the shops for them. So this is absolutely fantastic for them to sit, watch the football, be in the atmosphere, but still in a wee private room where they can relax and just chill out. And it's just brilliant. They're all having a brilliant time in there, so it's great.
I think it's really good for my brother and other children because they're still watching football and they're still enjoying themselves in a sensory room with their friends and family. I think other football clubs should do the exact same as Airdrie Football Club.
The benefits I would say would be obviously for the children to enjoy a normal game of football in a great surrounding which they're comfortable in, and secondly, well, for my husband who's an Airdrie fan and he gets to watch the football with his son in a wee normal day out as such. I'm just so happy that they've got in first, to be honest. I think it's great for the smaller clubs to recognise it and push it forward before the bigger clubs get in, and it's good for Airdrie.
So today's been a great success. We've had 18 children and their carers along. Going forward we'll restrict it to 10 and 10 so it doesn't become too crowded and defeat the purpose. But we've managed to get 2 boxes today so people can come along and have a look at it even if they don't want to stay. But the kids and the parents are equally having a great time, big smiles on their faces. All watching the game, all having a great time.
Looking about the room, all the parents or carers are at ease, the kids are having so much fun, they're watching the game, and even when they're maybe getting a wee bit upset, they can go into the sensory area, or we've actually opened up another room where it's obviously quieter, they can just chill out there then come back in. But overall it's been absolutely fantastic, a major success for the club and for the Airdrie Trust. I think it's great for the club because obviously being the first team in Scotland to actually have a sensory room, that's been absolutely fantastic, and I'm just hoping that other clubs actually take it on board.